Alright guys, we're going to start off with the middle child. We're going to do a part all the way down the middle, so as if you're just going to do pigtails. And then you're going to take the top half, I go from about where the head bends to the ear. Hairspray it, comb it out, make it smooth. See, I'm grabbing the one from the ear because I realized that would be better. Hairspray that too. Put a rubber band in. And then the bottom one, you're going to put all together as well. Just don't take the top one. So let's get that out of the way. Smooth it all out, put a rubber band in. Right, and then you're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Take the top part, I guess I'd say probably the top third. Smooth it out. Rubber band it. I use my finger to make sure I'm placing the rubber band in about the same spot away from the part. Smooth out the bottom, don't include the top. Alright, so now you're going to pick which side you want all the rubber bands to be on. I chose the right side, and I chose just to do the rainbow color. So we got red, orange, yellow, blue. I skipped green because I didn't have that many spots. Her hair isn't that long. Then blue and purple. Then you can put it in on the opposite side. You can totally just add in another rubber band. I just decided to use the same one because she doesn't like having a lot of rubber bands. Alright, so there are 6 spots, so we're going to do thirds, but first divide it into halves. So we have 6. So here's 3. Now, I heard a lot of people like using a lot of gel. I'm not planning to have this stay in very long, so I just hairsprayed it. You're going to want one of these tools so you can go in between the rubber bands, put the hair in it, and pull it through. Alright, so here we go again. I'm going to smooth it out, hairspray, pull it through. Straighten it out, hairspray, and pull it through. Alright, so then with the other half you're going to want to divide it into thirds as well, so you have the last 3 that you're going to need. And you just do the exact same thing. Straighten it out, hairspray, and pull it through. Alright, last one. So now you're going to take all the pieces, pull them a little bit so they're tight, and add it to that ponytail that's close by. And that's how you do it. Guys, I can finally do my baby's hair. So I'm just going to take the very top part of it, because that's where her long hair is, and we're going to do kind of a cool little weave going on along just this top part here. So you're going to take a small section in the front, divide it in half, and rubber band both halves. Then you're going to take another small section, I guess a row, and divide it into thirds based on where the rubber bands are. This time we're going to add hair into it. Since there's 3 and 4 strands, 2 will go in the middle and 1 will go on each of the ends, so it'll be like that, if that makes sense. So let's rubber band it. Alright, we're going to do another section, and this time we're only going to have 2. Alright, so I actually did this one wrong. I am only having 2, but we actually want 1 from each of the rubber bands. So I'm going to go back and fix that. So on this one I actually put in all 3 and realized my mistake. So you rubber band it, and then I just went ahead and added in that extra piece into the rubber band. Alright, so last row, here we go. We're going to divide it into thirds, so about halfway down each of the rubber bands on the previous. Split those into half so I have 4 strands to work with, and the ones on the edges are only going to get 1. Here we go. She got a little wiggly, so the edges only get 1, and then the one in the center gets everything. So the last 2 strands and the ones on the edges from the same row. So it all comes together into 1. And there it is. Alright, my oldest daughter said she wanted a snake on her head, so we looked through Pinterest and we found this hairstyle. So we're going to go along with her bang, and I kind of measure it with the comb to make sure that it is the same height distance from the ear. Yeah, we'll go with distance from the ear. So make sure it's a straight line and keep it all up in the center. So it's kind of the same section of hair that I was using on the previous one, but it's on the older one this time. So I'm just going to have her hold that into place while I put everything else in a ponytail. You don't have to do this, it just makes it easier so you don't accidentally pull it into the hairstyle. So you're going to start off by making a row and hairspray it, rubber band it. This section you're going to divide into thirds. So you have a braid on one side, a braid on the other side, and then just hair in the center. Alright, so in this next row, we're going to just add in all the hair from the previous row and put a rubber band on it. You can use the tool to pull it out a little bit so you can make it do a little bevel. Kind of snake-like bevel is what we called it. I realized this one was kind of hard. So on this next row I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I smoothed it out. I did the row, I added in the hair, and then I did it, and then I added in the braid. So I added it in as I did the rubber band. Now on this next row we decided to try an even different method. So I'm just putting in the rubber band with one, and then with another rubber band I'm adding in the previous row. Her hair is kind of short. If you have longer hair you could do more and it would look cooler, but this is the most we could do with the short hair. So yeah, this I think was the easiest way to do it, using 2 rubber bands on each one, because then it was a lot easier to get the bevel like thing, and then you can use a seam ripper to take out the rubber bands that were holding the braid. I do have a how-to on how to use the seam ripper to remove elastics. You might want to YouTube it or watch the one that I'll link down below to make sure you don't cut the hair when you remove the elastics. So just do some final touch-ups on this hair, and voila, it's all done!
Please like and subscribe.